Hello guys, I am here. I am early. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. It is warm out here. Ooh, mama is hot. Ooh, I'm just gonna wait for you guys to come in. I know I'm early. I'm at a nearby park, one of my favorite parks in Maryland. I was going to do this broadcast and this lecture on a bridge that I absolutely love, but my chair broke and mama don't have legs like she used to have, so I had to sit down. So I found some bleachers and it looked like the place is pretty locked in, so I found a way in true Negroid fashion. And so hopefully we'll be interrupted. We will not be interrupted. So hot. Maybe it's the walk that got me. But we can talk today about numerology, right? The very basics, the very, very basics. So I'm just going to give some time for some people to come in. My back's been itching. Excuse me. Ooh, there we go. So drink some water, get comfortable. We're just gonna wait for everyone to come in. I love the summer, but I do not like it when it's warm like this. Well, I do, but woo. I need to be like Beyonce. I need a fan to like follow me around. It has been a beautiful week, a gorgeous week. This week for me has been the week of decision making, tough decisions, and also like connecting with people that will help me to serve my life purpose. So I'm really, really happy about that. The work week was pretty good. Very easy work week in the Matrix. Hasn't been as bad as it has been. So yeah, I'm just trying to kill time to wait for everyone to come in. Drink more water. What's interesting about this weather is that it's going to be 90 degrees here in Maryland, and then it's going to be like 70 degrees in New Jersey, and I will be in New Jersey this week, so that is very interesting to me. So let me see if can I do this? Nope, I can't. Have no idea what time it is. I'm just gonna wait. Look at the trees. But when I went to my bridge, there was this deer that was there. And you know how normally when you see your deers, when you see a deer, the deer like takes off. That deer just stood there. It was like, yo, what's up? What you doing down here with my bridge? I'm like, honey, about to get this numerology lecture going. That's all. That's all I'm doing. That's it. And it like stared at me, like watching me. Like, oh, you still here? You not afraid of me? And I'm like, no, I'm not afraid of you. But I was faking it. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm not afraid of you. So, it's been a real beautiful week. For it to start off so stressful for me, I was very stressed out about certain things and trying to find balance between holding on to my old way of living and holding on to the spirituality version of me, making those decisions. I talk a lot about getting rid of the people, places, and things that do not serve your life purpose. And I try my best to practice what I preach. So this week I had to let some things go, you know, and after I did it, like after I made the decision to let it go, I feel so much better. Like literally felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And what helped me along this decision was actually a number that I saw. And I kept seeing the number. And the number was like, you're holding on to something, you need to let it go. You're holding on to something, you need to let it go. And you deserve better, right? And this thing was like my car, you know? So I made the decision this week to get rid of my car. Hey, Tico, how's Florida? It's hot here in Maryland. See how shiny I am? It is hot. It's supposed to be 90 degrees this weekend. But I'm going to be in Jersey, so Jersey's going to be like 70 degrees. So I'm excited. Thank you for joining. What are you doing here? You're interested in numerology? Well, I don't know if you know what's going on, but I'm doing a numerology lecture. Whew, it's hot out here. Like just the basics about numerology. Some of the people know about numerology already. Oh, it's storming there. Oh, I love storms. I hope you planted something because it's a new moon. And I don't do a lot of new moon videos like I should, but a lot of people who I teach are new to spirituality and they aren't ready for that yet. But I hope you guys are safe. I hope you don't lose power. Oh, I'm feeling baby energy from you. I don't know why I'm feeling baby energy. But thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. You know, I love Florida. You was the first person that told me that Florida is actually a coral reef. So every time I go there, I like feel like this amazing energy. And everywhere I go and there's like coral all around, I definitely like try to take some home with me because we don't have coral here in Maryland. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit while longer so more people can come in. I know that like a lot of us are from all over the world that will be with us today. A lot of West Coasters, you know, so a lot of people, it is Friday, you know. I don't drink, but happy hour is usually very appeasing. Oh, Tico, happy Father's Day. Maybe that's why I was getting baby energy, but I'm really getting baby energy. You better tell wifey to do that prego test because I'm feeling it from you, buddy. But happy Father's Day. You are an amazing dad. So happy Father's Day. God, man, our kids are old now. We're young, they old. So I'm gonna give it a little while longer before I start getting into stuff. It's a lot of information to share, and I'm going to break it down like as gentle and as like elementary school as possible. Why is my phone doing this? I don't know what's going on with my phone. No, oh well, I can't like see me, but it is what it is. So what does that say? Aw, thank you. Tico says, I love the person you have grown into. Very positive. Aw, you're welcome. You helped do that. Gratitude to you. Gratitude to you. Everybody, Tico is an artist. He has like an amazing voice. His mother, Tico, does mom still teach music at her school? But his mom teaches music, so like Tico's a healer too. Tico heals with the magic of his voice, and he has that very warm Papa Bear type of energy. So, wow, I think it's 7. It feels like it's 7. I always want to rush through these things. If you guys ever watch my lives, my lives be like, I get in and I get out. I don't be playing. I get in and I get out. Because like this for me is still a little awkward, feels a little weird, but you know. So, oh, I think football's practice is getting ready to start. I see a coach here. So that's going to be cool. They were like, what is this lady sitting here talking about? Who is she talking to? So, okay. Well, I'm ENC. Let me check the time. And let's see if I can do this. Oh. I'm always so antsy. Oh, she retired after 38 years. She deserves that. That's a lot of lives, man. She's touching a lot of lives. 38 years? Jeez. I had asked myself the other day, actually it was today, it wasn't even the other day, about like being a healer and like how long how long will this last, you know, like being a healer. And you know, I guess when you're a healer, you're not a healer for long. No, that's not the right way to say it. But when you're in the profession of healing others, like from a spiritual perspective, a lot of spiritual people are not in it long. Like they get in it, they ride the wave, and then they like go somewhere on a beach, and they're like, I'm done talking. I'm done. I am done. I have had enough. I did my mission. Now I can like live my life. Oh, thank you, Tico. Tico says, you are doing great. I follow you all the time. That makes me really happy. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Usually I have music, but that's when I do it in my car. I have the music going, setting the mood. My nose is sweating. Woo. So I'm about to get started any minute now. I just want like maybe 2 more people, and then we can start rocking and rolling. Nose itches. Because I am outside, I am fighting the sunlight. And for my full mooners, the sun will be going down in about, here in Maryland, it goes down to like around 8:45, 9 o'clock. So we have some time, but not a whole lot of time. Yes. But at least the good thing about doing these videos outside, I love the outdoors. It grounds me. Of course, my last name is Gaia, and for those that don't know what Gaia means earth. So Gaia means earth, and I guess that means why I always love to be outside. Like I love to. Yesterday I meditated like on the ground last night, and like just like sat on the ground like in the grass. It was amazing. So I think we should be ready to go now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. For those that don't know me, I am Azure Netaru Gaia. I am a spiritual mentor, a pathfinder, and a quantum healer. That's what I do. I also plan events and conferences, and I am also known as the connector of people. So like I'm always connecting like people to merchants. I'm a huge supporter of small businesses. I really strongly support anyone who is in the practice of healing. And just to let you guys know, my services as far as being a spiritual mentor are absolutely free. What I do is I get people started on their journey. I kind of like help them find their way, and I'm there to be available for them. So I'm available to them to just guide them along their way. And you know, because when you're coming into spirituality, it could be a little bit scary, especially when you start removing the people, places, and things that no longer serve you, especially when you're having these spiritual things happen to you, these spiritual events happen to you. You know, you just need someone there to bounce things off. Like, so I'm the phone call that you would make in the middle of the night if something's going on and you're a little afraid of what's happening, or you quite don't understand what's going on. So I'm that person. The reason why I wanted to do numerology and just a basic numerology 101 lecture with you guys today is because a lot of people have been in my inbox, and I've been seeing a lot of questions about numerology in my different spiritual groups. And numerology played a huge role in who I am today, as far as like how I stay positive, how I plan out my moves, my business moves, my life changing moves, like all of the above. You know, it's really my connection to spirit. It's my connection to Gaia. And it's me paying attention to the numbers that I see, the number sequences that I see around me. So this is pretty much why I decided to go ahead and do this today, and share the information that I have, like how I got started, and hopefully it'll help you guys too. Uh-oh, I'll be right back. I lost a piece of my paper. Sorry about that. So I have some notes here. For those that don't know, some years ago, about 10 years ago, I suffered from a concussion. So me doing lectures, me doing anything in broadcasting, anything like that is definitely me stepping outside of myself. It's me not being afraid. Because if you know anyone that suffered from a concussion, you know they have horrible like memory. So it was through numerology and through spirituality that I was able to retrain my brain, so I can be able to function and retain certain information. It also allowed me, finding spirituality allowed for me to heal myself, which is why I do a lot of posts, and a lot of my show, if you watch Goddess of the Nile Radio, a lot of that is about self-healing, because you can heal yourself. And you can heal yourself off the basis of if you're not too medicined up, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to read from my notes here so I don't miss anything. So my notes say, what probably brought you here today is you have been experiencing spiritual awareness and beginning to see number sequences that I call sacred numbers. And you are here to learn because, well, us spirit folks, we don't go out there and celebrate on Fridays or holidays. We get really excited about full moons and eclipses and things like that, like earth events, but not too much about certain days of the week and holidays. For my spiritual beings who are here today with me, I hope that your learning spaces have been saged so you can be open to receive the message. And that's what I am going to do now, because I did not take care of my space. So I am going to do that now. So I'm off camera, but I need to get that done before we begin. Sorry about that. But at least while I'm looking for that, where's my Palo Santo? Some more people hopefully will come in. Oh no, I don't have it. Oh, okay. No bueno. Oh no. Oh man. Well, it's okay. You guys sage your spaces and I'll be fine. God, I can't believe I left that. That is insane that I did that. Let me check my wallet. Sometimes I put stuff in really weird places. Okay. Oh, hello, Alicia. It's okay, I'm listening from work, but I have set my intentions to receive. All right, Alicia. Alicia's in the building. She set her intentions to receive the information. Go ahead, boo. I love my spiritual people. Okay, well, I can't find my Palo Santo, but it's all good. It's all good. Alicia's protecting me. I can feel it. Okay, so All right, so a little housekeeping rules. As you guys know, many of you are from spiritual groups here today, and also you're mixing in with my Yeshua Lightworkers. Yeshua Lightworkers is a group who believes in Christ consciousness energy, and some of the members in the group are still in the church, so I just ask for that you be respectful of that. And my people that's still in the church, I ask for you to be respectful. And in the mosque, I ask for you to be respectful of my spiritual beings that are here with us as well. So today, we are going to learn about what numerology is, what are spirit guides, what are archangels, who and what are ascended masters, chosen numbers versus angel numbers, seeing number sequences, numbers having vibrations, and then I have a special bonus which is called the angel journal, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do angel journaling. So let's get into it. So numerology is any belief in the divine or mystical relationship between a number and one or more coinciding events. It is also the study of the numerical value of the letters in words, names, and ideas. It is often associated with the paranormal alongside astrology and similar divinatory arts. So that is the Wikipedia version of what numerology is. To me, in the spirit world, numerology is a sacred science that has maintained its relevance from ancient to modern times. The numbers point out the importance of seeing messages three-dimensionally, so in 3D, right? Because a lot of us believe that we are living on a 3D plane, and there's higher dimensions. You have the 4th dimension and the 5th dimension, and that's a whole nother lecture about the dimensions. But right now we live in 3D. We live in a 3D dimension, and living in the 3D dimension, we don't have that. It's a little harder for spirits to connect with us. So they, and then we have free will here. So the way that they connect with us is through signs. So like an example of that would be, I remember when my grandfather had passed away, my grandfather Lewis had passed away. I remember that he came and he visited me in a dream. And in the dream, he just kept like magically turning the water faucet on and off, which I don't really know what that's about, but that's what he did. And also, my spirit guides come and see me in like pennies. So like sometimes I'll be walking around and I'll see like pennies all day or dimes all day. And I'm like, okay, who dropped a dime on me? You know, like who snitched? But I see signs, and I also see signs in numbers. So like I may see like the last 4 digits of my social security number. I may see my grandparents' address. I may see a birth date, but not so much as other people do, but I do a little bit. So that's what numerology means. Today we're going to take a look at numerology in the sense of sacred numbers or angel numbers. These are the number sequences that we see. So numerology also incorporates like your life path number. If you ever hear someone say, I'm life path number 2, I'm life path number 3. Well guys, I'm life path number 9. So it could mean like your life path number. Also, people get their birth charts done. So things like that. But today we're just focusing on the number sequences. So the more and more that you are spiritually aware, the more and more you are connected to spirit, to God, to the God of your understanding, to the spirit of your understanding, right? Because the one thing about spirituality is that there is no right or wrong way. Like there is no right or wrong way. So like if anyone is telling you, like if you don't believe in, you know, this particular God or this particular messenger, that you're going to hell, or if you're not doing something like a particular spell a certain type of way, you know, like you're going to hell, or you know, damn you. No, that's not true. It's your connection. It's the connection, your personal connection, your personal experience to the God and the spirit of your understanding. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, guys? Like, always remember that. There's no wrong or right way to do this. It's all about you. Okay? So, the more and more that you are aware spiritually, right? So, if you start meditating a lot, if you begin to if you begin to fast, if you begin to like go to church a lot, read the Bible a lot, read a lot of religious scriptures, or just connecting to some type of source, some type of spiritual energy, then you'll begin to see number sequences a lot. You know, it's kind of like you're waking up not only yourself, but you're waking up the spirits that are around you, like the good spirits that are around you. Like, some people call them your guardian angels. You're like letting them know, like, I'm interested in connecting. I need to connect to I'm interested. And they're like, oh, you're interested? 444 555 1111. You're going to start seeing all these numbers. You're going to see grandma's birthday, 1110, 1101, 1213. You're going to see all of these numbers. And it's like spirit is so excited that you are like tapping into something that is inside, right? Inside of you, not outside, inside. So for example, if you're going to the club every weekend and you're partying every weekend and you're getting your happiness from somewhere else, you're getting it from sex and drugs and places, or going out buying a car, you're not really gonna, like, if it's materialistic things, you're not gonna really, like, you're not going to see those sequence numbers, you know. But if you begin to like ground yourself and go within and spend time with yourself, that's when you settle down the voice in your head. If you just go somewhere and sit down, like grandma say, take a time out, all of a sudden the universe will begin to respond to you. And it's so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So before we get started, because this is Spirituality 101, before we get started, we're going to talk about some numerology vocabulary, right? You're like, I'm back in school, Azor. So the first one is spirit guides, because you're going to hear a lot of people talk about spirit guides. I talk a lot about spirit guides, right? And I love the fact that Alicia is a 9-path number 2, because that means that we on our last trip, boo. This is it. I'm so happy because okay, so we're going to talk about spirit guides, and I'm just going to read from my notes to make sure I don't miss anything, because you hear a lot of people, especially me, my spirit guides, or I may refer to like spirit says, you know. For those that are still in the church, you know how the pastor gets up in front of in the pulpit and he has a sermon and he's like, I was going to preach about rainbows today, and rainbows and God, I haven't been to church so long. I don't think the preacher's going to preach about rainbows, but he's like, today I'm going to preach about Matthew 13 verse 6, but God told me that I need to talk about how you need to start being nice to one another. So like in the spirit world, right, that God told me is spirit told me, right? Spirit guides. Spirit guides talk to us all the time. They talk to us. Well, let me get into what a spirit guide is, right? I'm jumping ahead. So, spirit guides. Here's the definition. Get ready, guys. Your angels and or spirit guides guide you through your thoughts, feelings, words, and visions. They also show you signs, that is things that you see repeatedly with your physical eyes. One of the signs is repetitive number sequences. So spirit guides, who and what are they? Every one of us, no matter what your belief system is, every one of us has a spirit guide. Someone we are very close to and trusted with our soul on the other side. Our spirit guides who agreed to be our constant, vigilant companion and helpmate when we made the choice to experience another lifetime on earth. They're our best friends, and the best friend that we have ever had. Spirit guides and other transcendent spirits are either male or female. So let's talk about that, right? So spirit guides to us is, we call them sometimes guardian angels. You know, must have been a guardian angel. And this is a person. So people in the spirit world, we believe that we made a decision to come here. Whatever reason, we wanted to learn a lesson. And before all of our numbers are up, right? So we made the decision to come here. So when we made the decision to come here to learn one particular lesson, sorry, it's a helicopter flying over. When I was a kid, I used to wave, hey! But when we made the decision to come here, we decided who our parents are going to be. We chose our parents. We chose the life lessons that we go through. And I'm still kicking myself. We chose what we want to do while we're here, right? And we have someone that's from like our home that's kind of like watching over us and kind of like helping us along the way, like reminding us and pushing us like, this is your mission. You're supposed to be doing this. Oh, you don't want to do that. I don't know about that one. So a spirit guide is like your consciousness. It's like the voice that you hear in your head, right? It's that voice. It's that feeling. It's that something told me. Something told me not to go in there. Or something told me he was a bad guy. Or something told me to buy that lottery ticket, you know? So that's what spirit guides are. There are homies that we were like hanging out in the sky, well, not in the sky, but hanging out with before we made the decision to come here, right? And they're there to guide us along the way. Like, have you ever gotten into a car accident and something protected you? Or have you ever like was going to make a decision to go to a party, but something told you not to go? Those are your spirit guides. And they are around you all the time. They're around you now. They were the ones that told you to watch me. Thank you, spirit guides. Spirit guides are companions that cannot be seen, but they can be felt, right? That's something. Sometimes it's that voice in your head telling you not to do something or telling you to do something. It might be a dream that you are having that's giving you a message about things you should do. Spirit guides send you messages often through your subconscious and definitely through your dreams. What you have always accepted as instincts or your conscious or unusually vivid dreams are your spirit guides giving you messages. So what I always tell people who are having a lot of dreams, like my clients, if you're having a lot of dreams, I always say to keep a book nearby you and record what the dream is as much as you can remember, because that's your spirit guides trying to tell you something. Your angels or your spirit guides guide you through your thoughts, feelings, words, and visions. They also show you signs through things that are repeating. It was something else I wanted to share with you guys about spirit guides. Give me 1 second. Oh, this one is what I found really, really interesting. All spirit guides have spent at least one lifetime on Earth. And because of this, they are able to empathize with your mistakes, your problems, your fears, your temptations, and everything that you can encounter with the human world. So they've been here before, right? So they're kind of like your football coach if you're into sports. And before you came here, you mapped out like a blueprint for yourself, and your spirit guides kind of nudge and support you and take you on your way. There was also a part that I can't find in my writing, but spirit guides are not like people that you met in this lifetime. So a lot of people think like your spirit guides are like your grandmother or grandfather or a husband or a friend that passed away. No, they're people that never have experienced or will experience this lifetime. So they're just basically like guiding you through this particular lifetime that you're having, this lifetime experience. But we do have our ancestors. We do have energies that were our friends that passed on, and they do protect us. They do protect us. They do help us. But those are not your spirit guides. So those are your ancestors, which is something totally different. And ancestors have different messages that they send and do for you, and things that they do for you. Spirit guides are pretty much like your conscious. That's something. A lot of healers use spirit guides to share messages with the people that they're healing. An example of that would be, Spirit talks to me all the time when I'm working with a client, and Spirit will say, ask that person about a Hawaiian shirt. I'm like, what's this I'm hearing about a Hawaiian shirt? And they're like, oh my God, I have on a Hawaiian shirt right now. I'm like, okay. But those are the things that Spirit does with me. So have you guys ever watched the movie Inside Out? It's like a cartoon. I think it was done by Pixar. But Inside Out is a great example of what your spirit guides are, what they do for you. Because Inside Out was a story about this girl who moved to another town, and she was always happy-go-lucky, and then she had this sad emotion that was inside of her that kind of was messing up everything, and everything just went to hell for her. That's like a version of what our spirit guides do for us. So if you haven't watched Inside Out, grab the kids, watch Inside Out this weekend. Okay? So that's all about spirit guides. Now we're going to get into archangels. Now, for my Bible toters, you guys know what archangels are. You hear a lot about archangels in the church. But what's interesting is that archangels aren't mentioned that much in the Bible. Anywho, so let me tell you what archangels are, and I'm going to read from my notes so I don't miss anything. Archangels are messengers of God or source. So a lot of spirit people believe that there is a God, right? But there isn't a God in the sky like we're taught in church. There's a energy, and this energy is all around us, and this energy is called source. And source is the creator of all things. This is the big guy, kind of like we believe. But source is just someone kind of chilling, not too much involved. He got people doing his work. You know what I mean? So, not trying to get too religious, but I have no idea what source is doing sometimes. But source has archangels that do the work, ancestors that do the work, spirit guides that do the work. So source is don't come hollering at me unless you really, really need something, right? So I'm going to get into what archangels are. Archangels are messengers of God or source. They were created to help humankind along their path, to guide and to protect. The archangels are known by many religions and spiritual people. They are made of pure energy. There's that word energy again, guys. There's that word. So they may be in more than 1,000 places at one time. I guess kind of like Santa Claus, right? But this is real energy here. This isn't something that someone made up. This concept may be hard for some to comprehend, like us spiritual folks, but it's true. Just think of archangels like the wind. The wind is everywhere. So all around me right now is archangels waiting for me to ask them questions, waiting for me to ask for their help. They're just waiting. They're all around you too, just waiting. They're really super cool. They're friendly. Research archangels. They're really, really cool. Since archangels are pure energy, they do not have a gender, male or female, but we give them a gender so that we can be able to relate to them. So a lot of people in the spiritual world have an issue with relating to archangels because all of the archangels we see are Caucasian. They don't look like us, but an archangel is just energy, right? So just think about how we get electricity. You're like the wind, right? Like the wind. We don't see the wind, but we know the wind is there. And some people say, the wind is blowing me. I don't know. That's pretty hard to explain. But archangel can look any way you want to. I have not personally connected to any archangels except for Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael to me has like dreadlocks, and he's like built. And he got this huge like sword, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, what's up? Like, what's up, Azul? I'm like, yo, what's up? So that's Archangel Michael to me. And Archangel Michael can look like anything to any one of you guys. He's going, if he presents himself to you, he's going to look like something that is comfortable to you. So he's not going to come to you looking like a monster, because that's going to scare you away. He's going to look like something that's very familiar to you. And all of the archangels do that. The archangels are all around us waiting to be asked for help. Due to free will, that's a good word, free will, they will not help us unless we ask. You may also notice that the help we receive may not be what we thought. They may answer in what would be in your best interest. For example, sometimes if you're calling on, in spirit, a lot of spirit people call on archangels for assistance. So an example of that would be, they have a water bill that's due, right? They don't have any money. They have a water bill that's due. They're calling on Archangel Michael to help them with like their finances. But the reason why the person is in this predicament with like a financial predicament is because there's lessons that's to be learned along the way. So the archangels is going to like provide you with the opportunity, right? But within that opportunity, there's a lesson for you to learn. So that's kind of what they're there for. It is generally accepted that there are 15 archangels. I had a debate about this last week because one person said there were 4. There's 15 archangels. They all have a specific job. However, they can cross over to other duties. So if you're comfortable with one, you know, they don't mind too much doing other stuff for you because they know that you're comfortable with them, right? So they kind of understand that, like, you may not want to connect with all these other people that you don't really know that well, right? They know your personality, so they're kind of cool with it. They're there to help, okay? So that's all about the archangels. So I'm going to name off, I'm going to shout out some of the archangels, right? Because these may be the people that's around the people. These may be the energies that's around you, helping you, right? So we got Archangel Ariel, Archangel Azrael, Archangel Shamuel, and sorry about, I'm butchering these names, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Jermiel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael. I like saying that one because I can actually pronounce that name. Archangel Melchizedek, Archangel Ragel, heard of that one before. Archangel Raphael, sound like the Ninja Turtles a little bit, right? Archangel Raziel, Archangel Sadolphon, Archangel Seraphiel, I'm butchering these names, y'all, I'm sorry. Archangel Ziphakiel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Zadkiel, and that's it. That's your 12. Woo, got through that. I don't really call on the archangels that much, y'all. So I'm sorry I butchered those names like that. Sorry, guys. The wind's blowing, so they're around me. The next thing we're going to learn about is who and what are ascended masters, right? And all this information is important because getting to know these energies is what's going to help you to decode the numbers that you're seeing. So if you're just tuning in, I'm actually going over some numerology vocabulary. We went over what is spirit guides. We went over what is archangels, and now we're on ascended masters. Okay. Who and what are ascended masters? This is one of my favorite ones. I love ascended masters. An ascended master is a great teacher, a healer, or a prophet who has lived a human life and who is now in the realm of spirit. An ascended master has transcended human limitations. Ascended masters come from every race, tradition, all religions, cultures, and civilizations, right? So there we go again. There's no wrong way. You relate to what you relate to. You resonate to what you know what I'm trying to say. There's no wrong way. So you can't be like, well, you don't believe. People got to do what's right for them, okay? Ascended masters are enlightened spiritual beings who serve as teachers of the human race. They protect, guide, heal, serve, inspire, and teach mankind, and can help us to grow and learn in all areas of our lives. Ascended masters help anyone who asks. Say it again. Ascended masters help anyone who asks. So listen, guys, we got a lot of help here. We got our spirit guides, we have our archangels, and we have ascended masters. So we should be in pretty good shape, right? Ascended masters are able to help an infinite number of people simultaneously, so kind of like the archangels, as they're able to bilocate their energies, right? That's pretty cool. The ascended masters inspire those who search for spiritual awareness, upliftment, and guidance. So these people are the bomb. They've walked Earth and they're like super cool. They have all of these super amazing powers, and they're able to help anyone who asks, which is why like I have on like an Ankh, I have on like Kabbalah beads. I'm all over the place because I want everybody help. It takes a village to help Azor. So let's get into who our archangels are. First one up, you named it, Yeshua. Jesus was an ascended master, or is an ascended master. You have Moses, Mary, Buddha. I'm trying to stick to names that I can pronounce. Saint Germain, Thoth. I can never say it. Thoth. Sorry about that, Thoth. Hilarion. Who else do we have? Padre Pio, and the list goes on and on, right? But these are your ascended masters. And it also includes gods, goddesses, saints, divas, and deities, right? And I ain't talking about like Aretha Franklin. I'm probably not saying this word right anyway. But these are our ascended masters. So they're people who have like had this human life experience, and they're there for us to tap into them and be our teachers, okay? So if you're into Yeshua, you're good. If you're into Moses, you're good. If you're into like Muhammad, you're good. If you're into Buddha, if you're into anyone, right, that's a part of those religious books that we like to read sometimes, you're good. You're all good. There's no wrong way of doing this, okay? So now we know about spirit guides. Now we know about archangels. Now we know about ascended masters, okay? So we got some help. These are all of the energies. Oh, we also know about source, right? These are all of the energies that surround us, guiding us, loving us, and giving us messages, okay? So now we're getting ready to get into the good stuff. I have something on the next part called chosen numbers versus angel numbers. So I'm going to explain to you what chosen numbers are. I'm going to freestyle this one because this was all like jumped off before I had my spiritual awakening. I love the number 7. I love the number 7. Never knew why. This is all before I got all spiritual, head wrap, Kabbalah beads, unks. Love the number 7. Anytime I bet on the table, I'm betting on 7. The year I was born, oh yeah, I'm telling my age, 77. Get with it, 77. My very first apartment number 7. I love 7s. My government name, 7 numbers, right? The last 4 digits of my social security number all adds up to the number 1 and 7. 17. There's that 7 again. I love the number 7. And I love the number 1. Well, some of us spiritual people believe that before we made a decision to come here, that we chose colors that we like, we chose our parents, and we also chose our numbers. So if you're one of those people like, I love the number 4. Why do I love the number? I don't know. I just love it. You chose that number. It's something about the energy and the vibration in that number that reminds you, it triggers your consciousness to like either say you're on the right track or you're messing up, right? So those are chosen numbers. Those are numbers we chose before our arrival here. Before we was a twinkle in our daddy's eye. When we was up there with our spirit guides rapping it like, man, I'm about to go to Earth. You know what I'm saying? He go like, okay, so what's your number gonna be? My number gonna be number 7. And there you have it, right? So those are chosen numbers. Now we're going to get into angel numbers. So now we're getting into the good juicy part, right? And I'm sorry, I know this is long, a lot of information, but you guys writing this down. I feel the energy. My sister Tong is in the building. Hey sis, glad to see you're here. Okay. As you recognize and interpret the numbers around you, right? So remember, you're seeing 111, 222, 444. What is going on, right? You may feel more connected to your angels. So like when you start to see these numbers and you're not like freaked out by them anymore, you start to feel like, every time I see that number, I feel okay. I feel good, right? Okay. As you recognize and interpret the numbers around you, you may feel more connected to the angels. This connection allows angels to open the door to an incredible connection that brings peace, hope, and love. It's just that easy. It's right on the other side of numbers. Numbers can bring you hope, peace, and love. That's pretty cool. Number sequence interpretation is an easy way to receive messages from your angels. Numerals are everywhere. They're on clocks, they're on tags, they're on receipts, they're on billboards, they're on cars with like the wrapping and phone numbers, they're on scoreboards. Numbers are all around us. They are. They're everywhere, right? The angels are communicating to us. Our angels, our ascended masters, our spirit guides, they're all communicating to us through these numbers because we live in this 3D dimension, and that's the way that they can talk to us without like freaking us out saying, hey, they go shoot. What are you doing? So they're around us all the time, and the numbers is how they communicate with us. The reoccurrence of number sequences is subtle sometimes, so you don't see them that often. And then something magical happens when you begin to see it. You begin to see it all the time. So after this lecture, watch. Now that you've been exposed to this information, watch how like tomorrow or this evening or tonight or like right now, you're going to start to see numbers everywhere, right? This means that something very divine is happening in your life. That's what this means. This means that a change is a-coming, and it's a good change. It means that you have accepted that you have help. You have accepted that. You have accepted that energies are around you that's here to help you. And I just want to remind everyone, I'm not here to say that the Holy Quran is bad. I'm not here to say the Holy Bible is bad. Because I know a lot of Christians believe that, like, and a lot of Muslims, they believe that, it's the book and that's it. But for some of us, we need more than the book. And it's okay to need more than the book. You can still love Jesus. You can still love Muhammad. You can still love God in the sky. You can still have that connection, but sometimes we need a little bit more. Something's missing. I can't get it. This is what's missing, y'all. I'm telling you. This is what's missing, and you're not doing anything wrong, okay? So as you begin to see the numbers, and as you begin to interpret the numbers, these numbers are for you, okay? So like, if you're seeing 666, which is not a devil number, or if you're seeing 777, if you're seeing 111, these are your numbers. They don't have any effect on anyone else around you. You can't see these numbers and say and interpret them for someone else. These are your numbers, right? So go within. When you see number sequences, the first thing that I do is I ask myself, how do I feel? What was I thinking about? And usually what you're thinking about corresponds with the information that the number means, the energy that the number is getting off. So always go within. Your highest guidance is unique for you, and you have all of your own answers inside of you. So you don't have to go to a call me now psychic. You don't have to go to the minister and get to have the minister like pray over you. You have to do any of that stuff. You really don't. I mean, if you want to, go for it. But all of this information, all of this guidance is around you, right? It's around you, because sometimes we pray, we meditate, and we're looking for answers, and these answers are right in front of us. They're in number sequences, okay? So, all right. So your angels often communicate messages to you by showing you sequences of numbers. I said that already. They do this in two ways. Okay, so listen to this part. This is how it all jumps off. They do this in two ways. First, they whisper it in your ear, right? So you know how like you're riding along or you're working diligently, and something says, look at the clock. And you look at the clock and you see 12:22 or 11:11. That's something, remember we talked about that earlier? That something is like your angels saying, hey, look at the clock. And you're like, 12:22, right? So that's something. That something is your angels. So when you see 12:22, write it down and research what 12:22 means, right? Or ask yourself, how am I feeling at this time? God, I was thinking about starting my own business. I was just thinking about starting my own business, and I saw 12:22, or I saw 5:55, right? God, I was thinking about not paying that bill and going out buying new Jordans. I just saw 666. 666 means a low vibrational number. We'll get into that later, okay? What the archangels do, they're very tricky, and I believe they have lots of fun with us. But they strategically place these numbers around us, right? So if you're riding along and you just finished praying or you just finished meditating and you're riding along, and all of a sudden, this happens to me all the time. All of a sudden, a car will get in front of me, cut me off. I'm like, oh, why you just cut me off? And the tag number will say GNR 999. And I'm like, okay, no, 999. Hashay, thank you for the message. Or there'll be this super slow car in front of me. I'm like, oh, this car is so slow. The tag number will say 777. That's y'all archangels and ascended. That's them playing with y'all. But they're not really playing with y'all, but that's them manipulating other people to do things so you can get the message. So if you're riding around right now with 999 or 666 or 11 something on your car, and you're like, I don't know what is going on with today, but today everything I got stopped at every light, right? You got stopped at every light because you got the number sequences on your tags and you need to help somebody else out. I'm telling you. That's what's going on. They do that. So when it happens, thank you. Write the number down and go back later when you're safe, of course, and research the number and see what the message is. Or you can do it right away. Just ask yourself, what was I thinking about at the time? I was thinking about, buying dinner for the kids. And I'm tired of cooking on that raggedy stove. And you see 555. 555 means a change is coming. So maybe you're getting ready to get a new stove. That's how it works. Okay? So, and sometimes if you don't understand and you can't Google right away, when you see these number sequences, you can simply, don't worry about Googling. You can go, the information is within us. The information is all logged into our DNA. So you can tap into yourself and you can say, so you see 777 and you don't know what 777 means. So you'll say, just because that means that your angels, remember the wind, and they're just around you at all times. And you can just say, Archangel Michael or Jesus, why did you show me 777? And whatever thought pops into your mind, that's your answer. It is. And if you don't trust what's going on in your mind, because sometimes we got to learn how to trust ourselves, which is a whole nother lecture. You can go and you can Google. You always want to Google angel number 777 or angel number and whatever the number is. And I use Joanne Scribes. So that's Joanne Scribes. I use her all the time. I believe that her information is accurate. So that's what you do when you see your numbers. All right. So now I'm going to tell you guys how to read the numbers. Okay. So use your intuition and inner knowing to decipher your personal message. Your soul will resonate with appropriate messages. Okay. Your highest guidance is unique for you, and you have all your own answers within you. Now, this is the really cool part. If you see numbers, because sometimes I get a bunch of numbers. I mean, sometimes it's like a little, I'm not gonna say it's too much, because I love the fact that they're communicating with me, but sometimes it's so much, and I'm driving and I'm trying to like find my way, and I got all these numbers being thrown at me, and then I get worried. I'm like, oh my God, I missed a message. Here's the really cool part about our spirit guides, ascended masters, our people. We're gonna call them our people, right? This is what's really cool about our crew. Even though we may not be in a position at the very moment to ask questions like, why are you showing me this? And like kind of like let it roll around in our brains, our subconscious recorded that number. Yes, it's here. The message is here. Our subconscious recorded all those numbers that was given to us by our people throughout the day. So you don't even have to worry. And usually what happens is our subconscious, like, it takes all of that information and like formulates it, and it's usually delivered to you in a dream, or you'll have like an epiphany, like, oh, I'm going to move. You know, you just get like this like really interesting epiphany. Okay. So now we know how to decipher the numbers, right? So if you see a number sequences, the very first thing you should do is ask your people, whoever you want to ask, why did you show me that number? You want to think about what it is that you were thinking about. Hope that makes sense. You want to ask yourself, let me start over. You want to ask yourself what it was that you were thinking about at the time. Okay? You want to ask yourself what it was you were thinking about at the time. And if you can't figure it out, then you want to ask, why did you guys show that to me? And regardless of what happens, if you don't have time to do either one of those two steps, don't worry about it. Give thanks. There's 444. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. I know I always say Ashe. 777 Ashe. You know, a Bible toter might be like 444. Amen. Gratitude. 222. Namaste. You know, like acknowledge that you're seeing these numbers. Give thanks for seeing these numbers, and your tribe, right? Your people will begin to work with you. They really will. So let's get into the numbers and what the numbers mean, and we're done. You guys are great. You're a great audience. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are awesome. You're so quiet. All right, so here we go. When you see the numbers, and I'm just going to give you what a single digit means, right? And then I want you to head over to joannescribes.com, I think it is, or .org. Just Google Joanne Scribes or Google angel numbers, and you're looking for Joanne. You look for Joanne, and that's where you'll get like further information on this. And if you need my help, you can always shoot me an inbox. You know how I do. All right. So when you see the number 0, the 0 is the alpha and the omega. That is like the source number, the number of source. For me, right, because it's all about like how you feel. So for me, when I see zeros, it means that a portal, like the source, like the creator is open. Like, girl, you better not be thinking nothing negative. You better not be doing nothing out here in these streets negative, because source is paying attention. So when I see 0, that's what 0 means to me. But what it means is the number 0 encompasses the attributes of all other numbers. So it's like the big dog, right? It's like, it means everything. It's like your wild card if you like to play cards, right? And it brings you closer to source or God, right? So it means like, yo, I've been seeing 000, y'all. Woo! Left and right. Okay? When you see the number 0, it suggests that you listen to your intuition and higher self, as this is where you will find all of your answers. So go within. The easiest way to go within is to meditate. I cannot tell you guys enough. Meditation is so important. When you see the number 1, the number 1 means that you are creating your own realities. So when you see lots of 1s, that means you're creating your own realities. That means that like you're having like an awakening. You're like manifesting. You're like changing. Like if you wake up in the morning, you got an attitude, and then you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna have this attitude today. I'm gonna have a beautiful day. And someone says, how's your day? And your day may suck. And you're like, I'm having a beautiful day. I am going to have a beautiful day. When you make that decision, you're changing everything that's going to happen, right? So when you see the number 1 or a sequence of 1s, that means new beginnings, and you are creating your own reality. And I tell you guys all the time, you are creators. I tell you that all the time because you are. So I love you guys. All right. Number 2, the number 2, like literally, it means balance and harmony, right? So balance and harmony. So when you see 2s, and you're a little off balance, maybe you're spending too much time at work, you're arguing with the kids, or your friends are getting on your nerves, or your parents or whatever. It means balance and harmony. You need to get balanced. You need to get harmony. You need to have a flow in your life. It means that you need to start living your divine life purpose and your soul mission. So when you see the number 2 is an action number. So number 2 means you need to do something. So number 1, you are changing your reality. Number 2, you need to do something that's more geared towards your divine life purpose and your soul mission. Okay. Number 3 is my favorite one. Number 3. I know I said 7 is my favorite. 1 is my favorite too. But I love number 3, and this is for the reason why. It means your archangels and your spirit guides are near. I always see 333. And when I see 333, I always feel like Yeshua is near me. I always feel like Yeshua is in the building. If I'm scared, if I'm nervous about something, I usually always see 333. It means that Yeshua is in the building. If you are meditating, if you are praying, God, help me, whatever, like you're just like, oh, I need you guys. I need to pass this test. I need to get like this job. I need to like get this loan. It means that your archangels, like your people, right? Your homies are with you. Okay? So, number 3, I'm gonna read like the full thing because I love number 3. Number 3 resonates with the energies of the ascended masters and indicates that ascended masters are around you, assisting when asked. So when you see a number 3, what I do now that I wasn't doing before, but now it's like I can actually hear like Yeshua say, what is it that you need? And I'll just answer. So like I'll see like 333, and then it'll be like, what is it that you need? And I'm like, I need a financial blessing. I need for my job, I need for my boss to like, well, you don't have any control over people, so I need opportunities. Like that's when you actually, when you see 333s or 43s or even double 3s, that's when your ascended masters are around. So if you need something, ask them. They're there. They're waiting. They're there to serve you and your life purpose. Speaking of life purpose, when you see number 4, number 4 is an action number. It's another one of those action numbers. And it means that you need to do service work. It means that like you need to tap into your natural gifts and you need to some way, somehow do service work. So like if you're good at gardening, help your neighbor out and do some gardening. Go and plant flowers at the local school or church or whatever. If you're a painter, go and paint someone's house. Like it means like you need to use your talents and tap into your talents and do service work. Okay. So it's an action number. Number 5. Oh my God, guys, when I broke up with my ex, I was seeing 5s all over the place. 555, 555, 666. No, 556. 5s and 6s. 5s and 6s. The 5s are a good thing. The number 5 means a change is coming. A change is coming. If you are going through something, or if you are splurging away, you're not preparing, A change is a coming. So the number 5 is sort of a warning number. It means, but in a good way. It's also a karma number. So like if you've been doing good, then a change is going to come and it's going to be good favor onto you. If you've been, you know, ratchet out here in these streets, then that means that, you know, the change is coming. But number 5 really means life lessons. Choices are going to have to be made and change is going to have to take place. That's what it means. So it's like when you're starting your spiritual journey, you're going to see a lot of 5s. Ow, bugs are biting. Okay. Number 6, it means that you are being materialistic. You're being low vibrational. You are putting the focus on yourself, on your things, on keeping up with the Joneses. You are not putting the focus. You're not paying attention to your life mission. Hello, you have work out here to do. So number 6 is like a reminder, like, get your vibrations up, please. Stop focusing on materialistic things and get out there and do random acts of kindness, right? Do random acts of kindness to get your vibrations high, because you always want to stay high vibrational because you are what you attract. So when you're seeing those 6s, get your vibrations up high, do random acts of kindness. It's like a reminder number. Do random acts of kindness, get your vibrations up high, do some gratitudes, go into yourself, and yeah. So that's what 6s mean. It's not a bad number. People are like, that's the devil's number. No, it's not. Get your vibrations up. Okay. Number 7, my favorite number. Number 7 resonates with the vibrations and energies of collective consciousness. This is a high spiritual number. So it means that you're manifesting. It's a manifestation number. It's a psychic number. It's just all about the spirit and your psychic numbers and just like, you know, it's a lot with number 7, but mainly it just means that like you're like super psychic. You need to do something with your psychic abilities. It has a lot to do with like your purpose and like just living your life purpose is pretty much what it means. Living in your life purpose. Okay. Number 8 is the balance number. So number 8 is a karma number. It means cause and effect. It's another balance number like number 2, but more so it means like manifesting. So like basically the good energy that you're putting out there into the universe is returning back to you. So it means abundance is coming. It means that you're going to be wiser. Like you're doing the work and you've done the work, right? You've done the work. You've stayed positive, and now it's all going to come back to you. That's what number 8 means. Number 9. So we're on the last and final number, guys. Number 9. Number 9 means universal spiritual law. So it's another karma number. It means that whatever you are going through is going to come. Bugs are biting. I'm sorry. It means that whatever you are going through is going to come to an end. So if you're having a hard time, that's going to end. If you're looking for a job change and you're like unhappy with your job, like that's going to come to an end. So whatever you're going through is coming to an end. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. So whatever you're going through is coming to an end. So 9s are a good thing. It's the number of completion. So 0 is the number of source. Number 1 is the number of new beginnings. And on the other end of the spectrum is number 9, which is it's coming to an end. No worries. Okay? Yes, Alicia, you are gonna, girl, I feel good energy from you. I really, really do. I feel really good energies from you. I feel like, whoo, fireworks. I'm not just saying that either. Like, I literally feel like good energies, because if I didn't, I'd be like, girl, hit my inbox. But I'm really feeling good, like stuff, like family, and okay, I'm not going to go into a reading right now, but good stuff is a-coming. You are getting ready to see some 3s and some 7s and some 8s and some 9s. Very little 5s, but you got some good stuff for coming. I can't wait to see. All right, so here's your bonus material, right? So you hung in with me, guys, for all of that information. You've done such a good job. We are at the end. Can you believe it? Now you know everything about numerology. You can go tell your friends. You can start seeing these numbers, right? So now, here's your bonus information. And this video is only going to stay up for 24 hours. So if people didn't get it, they just didn't get it. They can come see you guys. All right. The bonus information is creating an angel journal. This is so important. If you look on my Facebook page, I actually had this. So my Facebook page, Azor Netarugaya, I had actually showed you guys my numerology book, but my numerology book is also my angel journal. And I'm going to read to you. It's 8:09. You see? You got source in there. Ashe, Alicia. I'm so happy right now. All right. Let's get into, so Alicia, you got to start creating your angel journal. So I'm going to read this off to you guys, okay? All right. When connecting and communicating with angels, your personal experience can dissipate much like a dream unless they are written down and recorded, okay? And this is where the creating an angelic journal or angel diary, or like I call it my numerology book, can make a positive difference on your experiences. Creating an angelic journal or angel diary is a very effective method of recording your angelic experiences, messages, visions, and insights. Your angelic journal is a tangible personal memoir and wisdom book. And this attracts even more angelic energy into your life. So remember when I said earlier, when you start paying attention to these numbers, when you start giving gratitude, the universe is going to begin to respond to you even more. And these books are important, especially if you're a parent, because this is all stuff that you can pass down to a relative, and like you can begin to do like your number sequence maps and everything. It's right there for you. When first creating an angelic journal, intuitively choose a notebook that you are attracted to and that resonates with you. So you guys got some homework to do. Go out there and get your journals. You may customize the pages of your angelic journal with pictures of angels, poems, and positive affirmations. Anything to do with angels that you like, okay? So you're going to make a decorative book, any book that you want. You're going to put all positive affirmations in there. You're going to put anything that reminds you of angels in this particular book, and you're going to decorate it. And then what you're going to do with this book is okay, so your angel diary or angelic journal can be used for a variety of things, such as to record inspirational and loving messages, poems, and quotes. You can keep photos of people who inspire you and those you love, as well as images and pictures of angels. Keep your feathers in there that you find. You can write down your dreams, your meditations, your visions, your thoughts, your messages, and your ideas. You can write down your angelic experiences and encounters, no matter how fragmented it may be. So if you just have a little information, like I went to the kitchen and I got some milk, and that's all you remember, you can write that down. So basically what you want to do is, I know that a lot of people have gratitude books. I have a gratitude book. I have a manifestation book. I have a numerology book. I do a lot of writing. And if you guys ever heard Erykah Badu say, when you start to write things down, that's when things around you really become real. When you begin to write things down, if you guys ever watched Once Upon a Time, and Once Upon a Time, the author was actually writing, and whatever he was writing was actually changing everyone's lives, you know? So when you begin to write things down, and I always suggest using a pencil. I know some people want you to use blue or black ink. I suggest using a pencil. I suggest using cardstock paper, and I have some here to show you guys. So like cardstock paper. I don't know what this says. Oh. Very hard. Cardstock paper. There's a number for you guys. But use a pencil. This is what my book looks like. This is my angel book. And just want to show you guys. This is the stuff that I wrote down from my visions. Everything is in here. It's really hard paper. It's like art paper. I want to get a new house. So like I drew in my book what my new house looks like where I'm going to put the furniture. I even shop. I put how much the furniture is going to cost. Everything goes in here. Be as detailed as possible. Affirmations, like sometimes my angels, like my ears begin to ring. Some people are like, oh my God, my ears ringing. No, ear ringing is like a good thing. You want your ears to ring. When your ears ring, go in a quiet place, grab your pencil, grab your book, and start close your eyes and close your eyes and listen. Okay? Close your eyes and listen. And then once everything is settled down, open your eyes up. And remember that something that we talked about earlier, that something is going to talk to you. Write down what that something says. There was a time that last week I was very stressed out about something. Very stressed out about life. And nothing bad was going on. I just was like wondering what the next steps were going to be. And I got ringing in my ear. Okay? And when I got ringing in my ear, I got up from my desk and I grabbed my book. I settled the noise down in my head. And this is what I wrote, and I want to share it with you guys, okay? Just to show you that, like, this is real, okay? This is what something said to me. Write your intentions and stay focused. Remember, the universe will provide for you, but you must do the work. I am a successful meeting planner. I study hard for the CMP. Every day, no days off. Right? So, like, those are just things that the something says to me, right? Just really quick little messages like, stay focused. Don't you call that person back. That person's no good. Like, stuff like that. So, today was an amazing day. Thank you guys for your time. I know it's tough on a Friday, especially at this time. You have families, you have jobs, you have traffic, you have like things to do. And I just want to thank you guys for your time and like being here with me and receiving of the information. And I send you all an abundance of love and abundance of life. Always remember, like, no matter what the appearances are, the universe is always providing in your favor. Like, the universe is always providing in your favor. You need never worry again, okay? I love you guys. You're going to start seeing those numbers. You're going to be like me, taking pictures of the numbers and sharing your experiences. You're going to be excited about life. You're going to be healed. You're going to be like loved. You're going to be, I can't wait. So, you know I can't leave you guys without showing you some nature. So let me show you some nature. And you're going to have a beautiful weekend. Flipping the camera. I think I'm flipping the camera. There's some nature. Hey, Tanya, I'm at Walker Mill Park. Look at the new field. Oh, yeah. Will you believe this is Walker Mill Park? You guys are awesome. You are creators of your dreams, of your reality. You are the bomb. I think I did this right. I love you guys. Bye.